way. And so I like that both exist, and I feel like they kind of have something to offer each other. I know some people who are sort of in both worlds. I would like to, I've somewhat explored that, and people have been excited about it. And I kind of would like to go further with that
Mm.
to, and I feel like there's a certain breaking down that's good within the mental health system that, that's creating more opportunities and stuff. So I guess I'm kind of looking forward to, personally and for other people, sort of more experimentation where we don't have to uphold the system as much, and can really go for, like we don't have to, because a lot of it is capitalism. I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of it is just that this can be controlled and someone has to pay for this, and so money's being made. That's really a lot of what that is. Um, and so, I mean, that's an uneasy dance between capitalism and a other kind of way of relating that will never be sorted out, probably, unless we can just totally change the system. But I do feel like there's a breaking down of this, like a disintegration of this system, where those are opportunities. And I myself am doing a lot of experimenting, and feeling really excited right now, especially with stuff I've been able to do online, which at first just was terrifying.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
and I've really come a long way, and so has other people in the community. And so, I mean, I'm really playing a lot online now. And so anyway, I feel like these breakdowns are also opportunities, and I'm feeling like I want to experiment more across here, um, and I don't know, find ways to just have fun.
Yeah.
Just yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks
All
for
right.
sharing
Thanks
all
very
your
much.
experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Um, yeah, I loved all your comparisons of your experience with drama therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I honestly I haven't heard much about drama therapy. Is it similar to like dance movement therapy? Um,
Um, so do you know about dance movement therapy?
a
Do you know
little.
about like authentic movement and Chasian dance therapy? Okay. Um, so um, yeah, I mean, I would say, early 20th century psychodrama is sort of the first form of drama therapy, kind of.
Mm.
And then there's another form where you're using theater games and stuff, and so it's kind of like talk about it and play the game and talk about it. And then there is drama therapy, kind of started more like 50s, 60s, 70s, that's about putting on a play with people inside of an institution.
Mm.
um,
Oh, is that like uh, Paulo Freire?
yeah, Paul
Uh,
Frey.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I've
yeah.
read some of him. I like him a lot.
Yeah, and Augusto Boal,
Yeah.
Forum Theater, Theater of the Oppressed, those things are sometimes used. Um, so there's that kind of thing, and then there's this other kind of thing that which is really where so those have different roles for the therapist. Psychodrama is like this big director who has all these techniques and is directing the drama, and then there's the one who's doing the games and stuff. It's more like almost like a coach or something, and then. And then putting on a play with people inside the institutions for their family or for the community or whatever. That was really big in the 60s and 70s and stuff, and is still really strong now. And so is psychodrama. But there's this other form that I'm really into, that's very much where the therapist is totally in the play with the clients.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, and there's no outside talking. There's no like sitting in chairs and talking about what it was like to play. All the processing happens in the play.
Mm.
And so it's really, it's such a joy to move from that into CI and back and forth, because they really understand each other. They,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Um, Also, you had mentioned your dissertation. I thought that sounded really interesting. And
Yeah.
is there somewhere I can read that?
Yeah. I could send you the link for that.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Um, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, this has been really interesting and really fun. I'm really glad you're doing this, and I I don't know. I'd be interested in where it goes. I mean, um, or this and other things like it. I feel like I don't know. I just feel excited to be alive right now. I feel like the very things, like I was saying before, the very things that are breaking down. It feels scary when things are breaking down, but at the same time, it's an opening up of opportunities. And I feel like this time to me feels like I feel really alive right now. I feel like ideas are coming to me a lot, and
Yeah.
I'm asking, hey, you want to do this? And people are like, yes. And I almost have to slow myself down and go like, okay, we have to do this in a more organized way. We can't just, but I want to just jump in, and people are ready.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I see a lot of fear around and stuff. Um, See, the thing in drama therapy is like when we had to go online, everyone's like, well, we're an embodied practice. So like, where's our body now?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't, I don't know if I felt exactly that, but I felt scared. I felt like, oh shit, this is like the end of this profession,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was terrified. And I have to teach this. So I'm like, oh, this is the end of my program. This is the end of everything.
Mhm.
But then, I started experimenting with it, and I'm like, some things are more fluid this way. Some things actually work better. I mean, and it's, some of it is just different. Like there's just different ways of interrupting people's patterns and stuff
Yeah.
by like put them in a breakout room or something, like, like all kinds of things that I figured out. And so I've been doing these internationally. I started
Cool.
Hong Kong, Taiwan. Lately I've been doing them in South Africa. And so I've been able to, I mean, I personally have taught in a lot of these places, taught drama therapy, but I'm just like the one guy, the one Western guy. I go in and I teach this group. But now it's like I can have my students, and, I like sort of do half and half, and we do this joint thing. And so like, it's so cool. We're meeting them. They play differently than the other group. The Asians play differently than the South Africans and stuff.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I had that personally, but like to share that with my students and, just make that connection. And, people are so, I don't know, like people are starting to like come to me. Like I'm that guy who, like get on my list and stuff, and let's
Yeah.
do this. Um, and so now I'm starting to have some projects coming out of it, like, wanting to do these little groups and wanting to do this thing around racism and with these little groups and stuff. And, so, um, it's like cooking.
Yeah.
Things that I couldn't have done before. And we hired like a teacher who lives on the East Coast, we couldn't do that before. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear you're making, I guess, lemonade out of lemons.
That's right. Yes.
Where do you teach?
At Antioch University.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to look more into it because it sounds really interesting.
Cool. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being a part of this, and
Yeah.
maybe one day we'll dance together.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah, have a good rest of your day.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks.